Greetings everyone, welcome to the final issue of the Eggman's Dozen Sonic Universe arc. Previously, the Egg Boss teams got their act together just enough to complete their tasks. This left the Naugus twins in a weakened state, but they still have the Witch Carters, limited control over the Badniks, and finally, an altered Metal Sonic, also known as Crystal Sonic. It's a battle royale for the fate of Eggmanland, and surprisingly, the Egg Bosses are holding their own against the Badniks and the Witch Carters. Having each other's backs certainly helps matters. During all of this, Eggman's being chased by Crystal Sonic. After Wendy escapes Axel's chains, she goes to Walter for some help, but Walter can only control Crystal Sonic. Eggman destroys Wendy's witch cart, and Walter returns the favor by having Crystal Sonic destroy the Egg Driller. The twins think that's the end of Eggman. Silly trolls, don't you know that Eggman has plot armor? Literally in this case. Yep, Eggman activated his trump card he mentioned in part 2. Not only does it protect him from explosions, but also allows him to backhand Crystal Sonic. The Naugus twins can't crystallize the armor because it's made of pure energy. Seeing Eggman gut-punching Walter brings a smile to my face. Wendy's about to bail, but she's held at Scythe Point by Clove. After roughing Walter a bit, Eggman prepares to blast him to pieces. Walter uses Crystal Sonic to shield him from the blast, while also using the chance to run away like the wuss that he is. Eggman tells everyone to forget that loser Walter and focus on Wendy, who gladly releases her control of the remaining Badniks. Just as Eggman's about to order Clove to finish off Wendy, the Troll Witch begs for her life, bringing up their past business relationship of trading artifacts for technology. And Wendy can provide more and go beyond that. A callback to an earlier conversation between Eggman and Axel about having an uneven amount of Egg Bosses, plus the benefits of having a mystical elements expert who doesn't need resources except for her Witch Carters, convinces Eggman to hire her as the 12th Egg Boss. Eggman orders Orbot to bring a ship to pick them up and to prepare the injector, aka Eggman's going to tag Wendy and the Witch Carters. Eggman orders the remaining Egg Bosses to get back to work. We then get an epilogue montage of the Egg Bosses once they return home. Cuckoo tells his son that the conquest was adequate, but he's happy to be back in the sky. Abyss orders her forces to prepare an unscheduled raid because the Eggmanland operation got her blood pumping. Mordred Hood's had enough for a while. Doesn't care about the local resistance, just that he wants to get something to eat. Connie returns to news that their new base near the Gaia temple is finished, but the local spirit's acting a bit funny. Nephthys contacts her Desert Raider friends, and as we see what's underneath her mask for the first time, she tells them that things went well, meaning some Eggman infrastructure was destroyed and little animals were freed. Cassia and Clove's subordinates throw her a welcome back party, to which Clove is both embarrassed and ashamed of. Thunderbolt returns, and a team of hers has located a couple of shards of the Master Emerald. We have Tundra telling a subordinate that he's lost family to both disease and cowardice, but he will continue to fight because his most hated rival lives on. Said rival Akla tells his subordinates that he has rekindled the feud with Tundra. Eggman might not be happy with this, but Uklet says once the North Pole's united under him, Eggman would be more forgiving for having one less minion. Axel shares his story with his gang when the alarm goes off. Sonic the Hedgehog has been spotted in the area, and Axel's going to try his new toy on him. Maul returns with another experimental technology, a new way to roboticize individuals. He's also brought some test subjects. Boy, Tassel Boy can't catch a break, can he? Finally, we have Eggman giving Wendy her first assignment, finding another cacophonic conch because he lost the first one under mysterious circumstances, aka Worlds Unite. After sending her on her way, Eggman tells Orbot and Cubot that he's had a great day. He's got Eggmanland back along with all that dark Gaia energy, repaired Metal Sonic, and now has a dozen egg bosses. And what of Walter? Well, he's been hiding in some underground area, planning his next move. Even though he no longer has his sister's help or access to Dark Gaia energy, he has another way to restore his powers. And the issue ends with him getting a recharge from a familiar looking giant green gem. Well, we now know when the majority of this arc took place. Between the events of Sonic the Hedgehog 279, thanks to the panel of Eggman calling Nephthys at the end of that issue, and 280, as Axel prepares to go out with his new machine to face Sonic in this issue. Admittedly, the final fight was a bit anticlimactic and short, but it had some cool moments, such as this, and you'll probably see where this is going. Yes, Eggman really shines during that fight once he whipped out that energy armor. A shame he can never use it again because it got damaged. I would have liked to see this version of Eggman versus Sonic. I mean, if he could own a crystallized Metal Sonic, a robot specifically designed to counter Sonic, then he could give the Hedgehog a run for his money, for a while. As for Crystal Sonic himself, interesting design, but ultimately it's just Metal Sonic with an extra layer of crystal. Wendy becomes the 12th egg boss. Yeah, people correctly predicted this would happen months ago, myself included, but here's what I thought would happen. Wendy was already a secret egg boss, and this was some convoluted plan to humiliate Walter. Now, Walter at the end was humiliated, but Wendy was indeed sincere about helping him regain his powers because of family stuff. The reason I thought Wendy was already an egg boss was because she brings up her past business relationship between her and Eggman and the design on her dress. Usually an egg subordinate would have an item from Eggman's outfit on their clothing, and here she had something resembling white Eggman stripes. But look at this panel. Her dress design slightly different. I have a feeling that this is the dress she's supposed to have before joining Eggman, and the white stripe thing is an artistic error. Oops. Eggman recruiting a mystical expert makes sense because while Eggman prefers machinery and technology, he's not above using mystical things if it benefits him. For example, using chaos to wreck Station Square, or more recently, harnessing Dark Gaia energy. And at the end of this issue, he sends her to find another cacophonic conch, which means that we might have a Sonic Lost World adaptation coming soon. Hopefully not too soon because we're still in Sonic Unleashed and stuff. I do like the series of epilogues showing all the egg bosses returning to their territories, some of them setting up plotlines that we've already seen played out in the main Sonic book. The end of the issue had Walter in some hidden location with a mostly completed Master Emerald. Now this place that Walter's in, it is in fact a game location. Here are the hints. Back in the end of Sonic 282's second story, Amy used Mystic Melody to locate a whole bunch of Master Emerald shards on West Side Island. Which means Walter is hidden on West Side Island. Have you figured it out yet? Yep, it's the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Hidden Palace Zone. Here's a nice nod to that level. There are giant green gems that resemble the Master Emerald. Now where is the Master Emerald currently located? Overall, I'm giving this issue an 8. There were some problems that I mentioned earlier, but it's still a fun time. The arc as a whole is enjoyable just like the old Universe Eggman arc Scrambled, but what this arc does better is develop the egg bosses a bit. Next time in Sonic Universe, we begin Shattered, the Knuckles Amy arc in which they have to put the Master Emerald back together. So until then, have a good day and be safe. That face Thunderbolt has when Eggman recruits Wendy. Someone's getting jealous.